Addis Ababa poised to welcome global participants for UN Food Systems Summit as of today. And the AU forces foil attack on military bases in Somalia. Hello, this is ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. I'm Sintayo Tamarat with the news hour. Do stay tuned. The second United Nations Food Systems Summit Tech Talk will take place from July 27 to 29, 2025 in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, co-hosted by Ethiopia and Italy. Building on the momentum of the 2021 UN Food Systems Summit and the first stock take in 2023, this event will reflect on global progress in food systems transformation, strengthen collaboration, and unlock finance and investments to accelerate action toward the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals. Ethiopia's position as a host highlights Africa's increasing leadership in tackling global food security issues. With just 5 years remaining until 2030, the present UN Food Systems Summit UNFSS+4 will serve as a critical moment to reflect on national efforts, explore solutions, and mobilize stakeholders toward sustainable, resilient, and inclusive food systems. The high-level opening will include participation from heads of state and government and other global leaders. A pre-summit session will also take place where civil society, including youth, indigenous groups, smallholder farmers, and women's organizations will lead discussions on the future of food systems transformation.
Happy to see Ethiopia taking very important strides towards being fully responsible and accountable for ensuring food security in the country.
Many summits were conducted, many policies were endorsed. How do you see the upcoming summits?
I think when 4 years ago UN held or organized and facilitated the member states' participation in the Food Systems Summit in Rome, it was one of the most important initiatives of the United Nations.
Empty stomach is susceptible to all forms of violence.
World Food Programme got a Nobel Peace Prize precisely for its roles in contributing to food through food security, food assistance, food systems support. And we will continue to do that because that is also a very important element to keep us all safe.
The most important thing is caring for our environment, including rehabilitating, afforestation, tree planting of extensive magnitude, is about reversing the course of destruction we have been on. The summer heat waves in Europe is creating huge problem, and it's becoming really, heralding really big signal to world powers, including the European for that matter. And the best we can do locally is rehabilitating our environment, including the Green Legacy Initiative, which I already said need to grow further.
And the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa COMESA commended Ethiopia for its strides in promoting gender equality within the aviation sector, describing the country as a model for the continent. Speaking to EBC World, Beatrice Simoapenga Hamusande, COMESA's Director for Gender and Social Affairs, urged Africa leaders to adopt inclusive workplace policies that support the recruitment, retention, and advancement of women at all levels of the industry. Jerusalem Betsaha reports.
In the African aviation sector, women's participation remains significantly lower than their representation in the general population. Globally, women make up just 4 to 6% of pilots, with regions like North America, Africa, and Europe recording the highest numbers, according to the International Civil Aviation Organization. In a move to address this gender gap, the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa recently held a forum in Addis Ababa focused on promoting gender equality within the aviation industry. Talking to Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation, COMESA's Director for Gender and Social Affairs, Patrick Simuapenga Hamosonde, emphasized that the urgent need to transform the sector's corporate culture. She highlighted that while women are visible in roles such as flight attendants and other mid-level positions, they remain largely underrepresented in senior and leadership roles. Hamosonde called on African heads of state to prioritize the adoption of inclusive workplace policies that support the recruitment, retention and advancement of women across all levels of the aviation industry.
The policies must be gender responsive. The policies, development policy, which encompasses all sectors, should be gender responsive. The education curriculum should be gender sensitive, should not be biased. When you are using examples, maybe teachers are using examples, they should use examples that are balanced so that people do not misunderstand that this career is only for men, this career is only for women. So the curriculum should be balanced, gender responsive, and also mindset change. People should have there should be efforts to change the mindset of people.
According to her, COMESA is committed to fostering a more inclusive aviation sector, one that ensures women have equal opportunities to take to the skies and lead from the cockpit and beyond.
We can also create space for these women that are variable to take up leadership space in the aviation sector. You know, when the leadership is balanced, even development efforts are balanced. Even the services that you provide to the clients would be balanced. And it would also encourage the girls that are coming behind to actually aspire to join the aviation sector in different fields, be it in leadership, be it in the technical fields, be it pilots, be it anything in the aviation sector. When they see their role models in there, they would be encouraged also to aspire to become officers in the aviation sector, in the different career opportunities that are available in the sector. So as we were discussing, member states were given an opportunity to share what is going on in their respective countries in terms of promoting gender equality and empowerment of women in the aviation sector.
Hello everyone, welcome on board to ET362 flight from Addis Ababa to Doredwa via Djibouti.
She also praised Ethiopia as a model for the continent, noting that its national carrier, Ethiopian Airlines, has taken significant steps to empower women.
I'm happy, and I also recognize the efforts that Ethiopia aviation sector is doing to promote gender equality and empowerment of women. I'm aware that every year on 8th March, International Women's Day, Ethiopia uses all women as crew and pilots to fly aeroplanes, which is good. It is a good step to show that women can do it. It is a very good step. It is good for the country, it is good for the continent, and it is also good for the girl child everywhere. So when we see what the advances Ethiopia is doing, actually, it is one of those best practices that other countries can learn from as a way of promoting the participation of women and also to demonstrate that there is nothing impossible for a girl child. A girl child can do what a boy child can do. So we are happy, and we congratulate the Ethiopian aviation sector for those efforts that they are making to demonstrate that women can do it as well.
You know what's so inspiring for me? Seeing Ethiopian female pilots dressed in their uniform and fly high in the sky.
Since 2015, the airline has operated all-women crew flights every year on March 8th, International Women's Day, a powerful symbol of progress and empowerment in the aviation world.
And African Union AU troops backed by Somali security forces thwarted an attack on military bases by a militant group in Sabid Anole town located southwest of the capital Mogadishu. The AU Support and Stabilization Mission in Somalia said Al-Shabaab fighters had launched a coordinated attack on military bases on Friday manned by AU troops and Somali National Armed Forces in the early hours of the day. The joint forces successfully repelled the terrorists, forcing them to retreat swiftly, the AU mission said in a statement. Eyewitnesses said the assault erupted with a series of explosions in the nearby villages before the two sides exchanged gunfire. During the engagement, several militants were killed while others escaped severely injured, the AU mission said. Various munitions were also seized from the fleeing militants, the statement added, noting that the Allied forces maintain control of the targeted military bases, which were liberated from Al-Shabaab in June. The mission also reported a major military operation is underway to locate and apprehend the remaining fighters and their allies. Meanwhile, the mission assured the safety and security of residents of Sabid Anole town and the surrounding areas. And that winds the news for the hour for today. And a quick reminder of top stories. Addis Ababa poised to welcome global participants for UN Food Systems Summit as of today. And the AU forces foil attack on military bases in Somalia. Thank you so much for watching ABC World. Thank you and see you.